When Stirner says, "all things are nothing to me," he means that nothing has inherent or sacred value in itself that should compel one's obedience or devotion. For Stirner, the ego, one's own interests and will, is the only source of meaning or purpose. So, all things, institutions, ideologies, abstractions, social demands, have value only relative to one's self-interest. They have no objective or universal moral weight. 1. Nothing constrain me that I do not accept. Stirner believes that individuals can choose not to accept the constraints of social norms, moral demands or institutional authority if they do not serve one's interests. One's ego need not submit to external controls, it can reject them as nothing to me. 2. Things have meaning only what I grant them. Concepts like the state, law, religion, morality, gain dominance only because individuals choose to devote themselves to these abstractions, not because they have intrinsic worth or authority. I can withdraw meaning or value from them, making them nothing to me. 3. My interests come before all else. For Stirner, one's own desires, well-being and chosen purposes are paramount. Anything that does not serve the ego can be regarded as irrelevant or empty, nothing to me. The ego owes nothing to higher powers, only to itself. 4. Reject sacredness in all its forms. To regard something as sacred, inherently worthy of devotion or obedience, is to alienate one's will by submitting it to the control of an external abstraction. For Stirner, nothing sacred has a claim on my devotion, all such claims are illusory. The ego alone is one's own. 5. Define yourself, do not be defined. Stirner argues we must reject external demands, abstraction or moral causes that would define life's purpose and tell us our meaning or identity. The individual must constitute these for oneself based solely on choice and egoistic desire. I define my meaning, do not let all things declare it. In short, for Stirner, all things, every social norm, political entity, fixed idea or moral principle, are empty and meaningless until the individual chooses to grant them value and devote themselves to a cause beyond themselves. The ego must refuse all demands of the sacred, of devotion, of external definition. Then one can use the world as material for the expression of will and desire, rather than being used by abstractions that announce what we should do, value or obey. There are no universal moral claims, only what I accept as valid for myself. All else is nothing to me.